Saint Cecilia is one of the most dedicated saints of the Catholic Church. She grew up in a pagan family, but decided to stay dedicated to her faith and to her one she loved, Jesus. Her father forced her into a marriage with a guy named Valerian. Cecilia always wore a sackcloth next to her skin for her protection for her virginity. On their wedding night, she told him a secret. She said, "There is an angel who watches over me and wards off anyone who would touch me." Valerian asked for proof of this angel. The solution was simple: believe in God and become baptized. So she sent him to Pope Urban, and he was baptized within the Catholic faith. When he returned, he saw Cecilia praying in her room. Above her, an angel with flaming wings holding crowns of roses and lilies, which he placed on their heads. Tibius heard about their baptism and wanted to be baptized himself, and this was great in the eyes of God. After his baptism, the brothers dedicated their lives burying the martyrs that were slain daily. They were arrested and brought before the prefect, who forced them to give up the beliefs in God. When they wouldn't budge, they were both beheaded by the sword. During this time, Cecilia had converted 400 people to Pope Urban, who baptized them. Soon after, she was arrested and sent to be suffocated in the bath. She was locked in for 24 hours, and not one drop of perspiration fell from her forehead. Alchemist was not very happy about this, so he sent her to be beheaded. The beheader struck her 3 times, and her head barely moved, if anything. So the beheader basically just let her lay there and bleed out. During this time, different people would come up and soak up the blood. Once all of that blood was soaked up and everything was done, during that time she also preached to them. But once all the blood was soaked up, she had finally passed away. When she was found, her hands were positioned, in one hand 3 fingers, in the other 1, symbolizing that she stayed with 3 persons within one God, showing her dedication to her faith. Cecilia showed a lot of virtue in everything that she did. But honestly, I think one of the most important virtues that she showed was courage. By showing courage, she did everything she can to stay within her faith. She didn't give herself up on her wedding night. She openly went and converted 400 people to Catholicism, and that takes a lot of courage, considering during that time, even if you even mentioned that you were Catholic and you rebuked the gods that everybody else believed in, you were instantly beheaded. As in her story, it turns out she was end up beheaded, but the fact that she took that with courage, she didn't try to fight it at all. She was happy to die for her faith, which is why she's proud to be called a martyr. Which is why I think she's also proud to be called courageous, because if she wasn't courageous, then she easily, starting on her wedding night, could have given up Christianity entirely. So she's really a role model for anyone who is challenged and doesn't want to do something because they're scared. She's a perfect example as a saint for that, because of the fact that she is so courageous that they can see that and use her as an example to say, oh, hey, I can do that too. I can be courageous just like St. Cecilia was. There's a lot of reasons why I picked St. Cecilia. A few of the most important ones is that I picked St. Cecilia as my confirmation saint when I got confirmed in 8th grade. But one of the majority reasons that I picked St. Cecilia is that because I'm a musician, I love to sing, I play the guitar, piano, and so St. Cecilia is the patron saint of music and musicians. So whenever I'm going up for an audition for a musical or I'm doing anything on stage, I usually always wear her medallion. I usually always have this on anyway, underneath my hoodie or whatever, but I kind of use her as a protection type thing, even though she is just a patron saint of music. My grandmother, who passed away about 5 years ago, her name was Celia, and so Cecilia's close to Celia, and I kind of put them both together like that. But Saint Cecilia, I've used her in times of need. I kind of, if things were going rough during Hell Week for everybody, I kind of just like, hey, Cecilia, like, send some prayers down for us, keep us safe. But yeah, I use Saint Cecilia for a majority of just protection for musical and for basically as her name to my grandma as protection from that.